Hello, everyone. Hello, Hamo. Hello, Uzair. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year, Han. Buenos dias. Hello, Eugene Marie. So, hello, everyone. Once again, I am live streaming on YouTube right now at the same time as I am live streaming on Hello Talk. So if you run out of time, you can follow my YouTube and you can stay with me. My YouTube. Here is my YouTube if you want to follow me. Or you can search for AFIEC on YouTube. I'm going to pin that. Okay. So I am right now streaming on YouTube at the same time as I am streaming on Hello Talk. So if you join me on YouTube, then there's no time limit. Okay? All right. Bye. Yes, I got a haircut. AFIEC. That's correct. AFIEC means a friend in every corner. That's better. Ah, there we go. Now I feel better. All right. Anyway, everybody, if you follow my YouTube, hello Flavia. Yes, I'm always going to be doing YouTube from now on. If I'm on Hello Talk, I will be on YouTube at the same time. So, yes, you can follow me on YouTube and there will be no time limit. Yay! Thank you, Han. Thank you, Bahadur. Let's get started, he says. All right. I suppose I will. Welcome to my live stream. This is English Q&A session. English Q&A session. What does Q&A mean? Q&A means question and answer. So if you have a question, then I will try to answer you. Okay? So once again, make sure you join my YouTube. If you have a time limit, then you can follow my YouTube, and there's no time limit. So do me a favor, and you can help me while I'm streaming and while I'm teaching. If you can help me to tell everybody about that, right? So if you have a VIP account, you can help tell people that there's a YouTube channel they can follow with no time limit on it, okay? Ayub wants to know how to think in English. Ayub, I will talk about that in a little bit. That's a long answer. Okay, well, let me move this so I'm not putting my hand in front of it the whole time. Hold on, let me fix this. Give me just one moment to move my camera to the other side. There we go. There, now my hand won't be in the way when I am scrolling. Ooh, it feels like it's almost broken. That's not good. DK, APREAR. I have no idea what that means. DK, where are you finding these words, man? Why don't you try learning the words that people use? Don't learn words that nobody uses. There's no point in that. Yes, Fung. If you are nice, then you can ask me a question and I will answer it. If you are nice is the key word. Key phrase. Bonjour, Seko. Good to see you, my friend. Long time no see. Hello again. And once again, join me on YouTube. There's no time limit. What's a good way to answer someone who says Happy New Year? Hamo, you just say Happy New Year to you. That's all. You say thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. Pardon my cough a little bit today, everyone. I'm dying. It's no big deal. How to write an essay. You want to know what's the framework of a thesis? Fung? Wow, man. You know, they have websites that tell you how to do that, right? The framework of a thesis. 1, you need some idea that you want to try to tell people is your idea. And then you need to write an essay that proves that idea. And nearly everybody in the West uses an outline form. Now, it's interesting, Fung, because I realized that there were many Chinese students that I had who did not know how to write an outline. I don't know why that's true, but it seems like there are some places in China where they're not teaching outlines at all. And if you don't know how to do an outline, I don't know how you can write at all. Anything. Ever. I outline everything. So create a good, strong outline as the framework for your writing. Pardon me. Arwa, the word you're trying to pronounce is chandelier. Chandelier is a word that comes from French. It actually comes from the French word for candles, because what is a chandelier? A chandelier is it's a light that hangs from your ceiling, and it's usually a very big hanging decorative light now. But a long time ago, it wasn't really decorative. It was meant for lighting the room. And a chandelier was a big, usually round, circular ring that they would hang from the ceiling, and it had many candles on it. And the candles would light the room. So, chandelier comes from the French word for candle. Hello, Min. Happy New Year. Could I explain about aubergine? Sure. Bahadur, we don't use the word aubergine. We say that's an eggplant, I believe, right? Aubergines, I believe, is eggplant here, right? So in Europe, they say aubergine, okay? In Australia, British English, they use aubergine, but in America, we don't. We never use that word. If you ask an American, do you like aubergines? They probably will say, huh? So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's eggplant, if I remember correctly. Happy New Year, everyone. Why aubergine and why eggplant? Well, I'm not sure about aubergine. I can look that up and find that out for you. But eggplant, I can tell you why it's called an eggplant. Because the original eggplants actually come from South America. And the very first eggplants that they had weren't purple. They were white. And they were about the size of and shape of an egg, right? So if you search for white eggplant, you'll see a bunch of pictures online of eggplants that have the aubergine is white. Okay, it's white. It looks like an egg. But I'll have to do a little search. Let me hold on one moment. Let me look for aubergine. From Catalan, from Arabic. Oh, it comes from Arabic. Albadinjan. Okay, I'm back. So aubergine apparently comes from an Arabic word, albadinjan. Which may originally come from Sanskrit, actually. What is a plosive sound? DK, if I remember correctly, plosive sounds are the pops like P and B make. B. Those sounds, those are plosives, if I remember correctly. But again, DK. Are you trying to test my English or test me? Or do you really want help? I'm not sure, because sometimes I think you're asking questions just to try to test me. and I don't have time for that. So if you have real questions, that's totally cool. If those are real questions with real curiosity, I'm totally fine with it. But if you're just trying to see, can I test the American, I don't have time for that. It's cold outside, but it's relatively warm in here, so I'm wearing a t-shirt. You don't know how to revise it. Well, Fung, come on, man. You can't ask me to revise your thesis in 5 minutes. Come on, you know that. You need to have, many people should read it. When you write anything, Fung, if you write anything, when you create something, after you finished it, once you feel good about it, you need 5 or 10 friends that you really trust and give it to them and let them read it. See what they think. Okay? Their opinion may not mean anything, but it's always good to get an opinion. All right? So, how can you revise it? The easiest way you can revise it is to get opinions from somebody else about what you should revise. So give it to 5 or 10 people and ask them to read it and see if they're confused about anything. And if they are, then now you know what you need to fix. Okay? If you want to follow me on YouTube right now, you can join me on YouTube. There's no time limit. So I'm on YouTube right now. Hello, Pam. Hello, Eugene. Hello, Flavia. I only have 5 people on my YouTube right now. Come on, follow me on YouTube. There's no time limit. Ahmad, if you have a question, you can ask a question. But I don't just bring people up on my stage without a question. You have to have questions. Happy New Year, Mina. Happy New Year, Elena. Happy New Year, Meda. Happy New Year, Oliver. I have to work today. Is it a correct sentence in place of have to? No, of course, that's not correct English. That's common English. Have to, gonna, wanna, those are not proper words, but they are used. So, I have to work today means I have to work today. I must work today. Okay? So, have to is not correct English, but it is common English. Is it important to show the difference between SH and TCH? They confuse me like the word French. Yes, SH and TCH are very different, right? So, you definitely, it depends on the word and the pronunciation of that word. But in that case, French is very different than French. If I said French, that's not the same as French. Okay, so Arwa, the biggest difference probably for you, what you need to do is just make sure that when you say the sh, it's a little bit longer. And when you say the ch, it's a little shorter. Try that trick. You want to be like me and learn my accent? Well, then keep listening. That's the best way you can do that. Fung, there's no network latency. No, there are just many people here, and I'm talking slowly, so you have to be patient and wait for me to catch up with all the comments. That's all. How did I find Americans' accent? Succo, do you mean what do I think about American accents, the different kinds of American accents? Are you asking about my opinion about different American accents? Thank you, Bahadur. Yes, I do enjoy teaching about etymology. It's fun for me. Hello, Siavash. Once again, everybody, I'm on YouTube right now. If you want to follow me on YouTube, I'm live on YouTube and there's no time limit. So you can follow me on YouTube, and I'm reading both comments, by the way. Flavia, 2 hours today. I don't know if it'll be 2 hours. Probably more like an hour and a half. Okay? And thank you for helping me with everything, Eugene Marie. Pardon me. Hello, Patrizia. Happy New Year. My YouTube channel link, you can go here. What happened? Let me try this again. There's my YouTube if you want to join me on YouTube right now with no time limit. Happy New Year, Favor. Hello, Bellin. Hello, AJ. Can you use gonna have to wanna in a PhD thesis? No. No, 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 no. Common English is only used in the streets. Never in the classroom. No. When you're in the classroom, you must elevate yourself. Common English lowers yourself. That's the way it works. Language, the formality of language, sometimes helps you know the way to speak in different rooms. So, if you are talking to a group of your friends on a Saturday night at a bar, you can speak very differently than when you are speaking at a graduation ceremony, or you are speaking at a business meeting, or you are speaking at an academic conference. You cannot speak the same way in both places. You can. Please, by all means, speak however you want to speak, but understand that your language will be judged. That's called linguicism. It's just kind of the way it works. People judge language. Okay? So, if you're learning a new language, understanding how to read the room is very important. What does read the room means? Read the room is what you do when you're a performer. When you're a performer, you walk into the room on stage and you look around and you see, who's this audience? Do they want me to do this or that? What are they expecting from me? And then you should present that to them. So if you're in an academic place, then you should present an academic personality. Hello, Natalie. Thank you. Happy New Year. What age do Americans usually marry? Autumn, I think it's pretty all over the place. My brother got married at 21, I think. Some people get married way, way later, and some people don't get married. This guy, not married, totally fine with it. Marriage is no one's business but yours. Hello, Nursey. Hello, Estrella. Hello, Mahi. Once again, please join me on YouTube. On YouTube, I'm live now, and there is no time limit. So you can follow me on YouTube right now, and there's no time limit. And by the way, on YouTube, it will sound even better because I'm using this lovely, expensive microphone on YouTube only. Right? Can I give you some articles and read it with you? No, I'm sorry. I don't think that would be a very good use of our time. Right now, you're used to speaking, writing the words like the words. No, how can you improve? Well, DK, you need to practice. You need to practice different kinds of writing. So I want you to write 5 things. Write 5 articles. Okay? One article is for your closest friends, and it can be funny, and it can be common, and it can be you can use whatever language you want, as informal as you want. Okay? Write one like that. Write one for a newspaper. If you were writing an article for a newspaper, how would you write it? Write one letter to your grandfather. How would you speak to your grandfather? Okay. Write one letter to your president, the leader of your country. How would you speak to the leader of your nation? Okay. And then write one formal letter of some formal letter, any formal letter. You can write a formal letter of consent, a formal letter of intent, a formal letter of there are many different kinds of formal letters you can write. But the point is, you should write 5 different articles or some kind of written exercise and choose 5 different venues, meaning different audiences, right? So one audience is just your friends, but one audience is your grandfather, and one audience is your peers or your coworkers, and one audience is your president of your nation. You're going to speak differently to those different people, right? So you need practice with that. Barack Obama also spoke the words I heard in his lecture. Well, again, Barack Obama when he speaks, he is very aware of his language, and he knows that there are some times when using an academic word makes you seem very high up and makes you seem very elevated and wise, but using a word like, come on, people, we have to do it. When he says common language, now he's connecting with the common people. So he uses a combination of elevated language to show his wisdom and his leadership, and common language to show his connection to the real people. That's the way that language works. If you're smart, you can use language in ways to communicate with people in ways that are subtle, not as direct. Hello, Adam. Good to see you. Can I tell you, what does the word vulgar sound like? Vulgar. Vulgar. Hello, Rita. I'm fine. How are you? Hello, Tanya. Hello, Alham. Hello, Sana. Once again, please join me on YouTube. Hello, Marlena on YouTube. Thank you for coming on YouTube with me. And hello, Dixie. Again, on YouTube, there's no time limit, so join me on YouTube. Manipulate and what? Do you mean tamper? Mina, I think you mean tamper. To tamper with something means to do something, to make something not work correctly, or to affect something. So, for example, if I say, did you tamper with my yogurt? That means, did you put something in my yogurt? Did you do something to my yogurt? Did you tamper with the evidence? If you're a policeman and you're dealing with a crime scene, you have to keep the evidence properly stored so that nothing affects the investigation, right? So if you touch something improperly, somebody might ask you if you tampered with it. But to manipulate is a slightly different thing. Tampering is a form of manipulating, but manipulation has a wider meaning. To manipulate can mean just to move something. So, for example, I'm manipulating this microphone right now, or I'm manipulating my camera. That's to manipulate, means to move. So there's a physical meaning of manipulation, meaning to directly move something with your intent. But there's also the figurative meaning of manipulate, where we often use this word when we're saying to manipulate someone means to trick them or to use some method of making them do something that you want them to do, right? So either you trick them into doing something you want them to do, that's manipulation, or you somehow change the situation so that they do the thing you want them to do. That is manipulation, okay? That's got a wider meaning. Why do some people just not get married? Why does everyone need to get married? Is American marriage completely free? Nothing in America is free. Nothing. Not anymore. So, no. You have to pay something even if you go to the courthouse. You have to pay some paperwork fees, things like that. Yeah, but if you get married like most people do, it's really expensive. Are you kidding? Getting married costs a fortune. Do you know how much wedding dress costs? Well, you do. The same thing in China. Yeah. We spend a lot of money on weddings here, too. Here's what I have come to realize about the wedding, okay? There are two kinds of people with weddings. Some people are getting married because they're in love. Some people are getting married so that their parents can show off their money. It's true. The truth is that weddings are one of the number one ways that rich people like to show off their money. Look how much money I have. I bought this big room for my daughter, and look at her dress, how expensive it is. And I paid so much money for the band and all this food. They like to show off. They don't want it to be cheap. They want it to be expensive. So I used to play in a wedding band, and we used to play at very expensive weddings. To hire the band was between $5,000 and $10,000. Just the band was $5,000 to $10,000. So you can imagine, they spent easily, some of the weddings I was at, I'm sure that they spent between $100,000 and $250,000 sometimes. It's crazy sometimes the way people spend money on weddings. And stupid. Are you supposed to tip in America after you get the bill in a restaurant? Yes, Liam. In most places you are. In most places, but not all. Fast food restaurants, most of them, no. Right? So if you go to McDonald's, no, there's not an expectation of tipping. Although it's not a terrible idea, especially at the fast food places. Sometimes those people are working the hardest and they need the tips the most. But when you go to most restaurants in America, regular restaurants, yes, you're expected to tip something. And what is something? I'll tell you what you can do. These days, the minimum is usually 15%. Okay? So whatever your bill was, 15% of that, that's usually the acceptable minimum to leave. Okay? If you leave less than that, people are going to think you're a bit cheap or that you weren't happy with your service somehow. Okay? 20% would be better. Anything above 20% is considered very generous. Is happy and merry different? No, happy and merry are the same thing. Merry is just an older form of the word happy. We just don't use it very much anymore for any other words or any other reasons. So happy is the word we use almost all the time now. But merry is a word that we used to use in the past. Now it lost its popularity. But it has the same meaning. Again, don't forget you can follow me on YouTube, and there's no time limit if you join my YouTube. So follow me on YouTube. Search for AFIEC on YouTube. AFIEC. Hello, Nikita. Hola. Hello, Na. Hello, Dipsy. Thank you for the gifts, by the way, everyone. I appreciate the gifts. It's not that I don't appreciate your gifts. It's just that I'm talking and that I'm a 48-year-old man, so I usually don't pay attention to little things like stickers. My YouTube channel is right here. Why does it keep losing my YouTube channel? Share, copy. There's my YouTube channel. Hello, Sama Kadar on YouTube. Thank you for helping me with that, Bellin. Pardon me, everyone. What's the best way for someone who wants to be a good English writer? If you want to be a writer, then you must write. The number one thing that I can tell anybody who wants to be an artist is you must be prolific. Prolific. There's a good word for you to learn. Prolific is a word that means to produce a lot of something. To make a lot of something is to be prolific. Okay? So, if you're a prolific writer, it means you write all the time. And write anything, man. So, I think you need to have 10 different things that you're writing all at the same time. Write a short story, write a newspaper article, write a restaurant review, a movie review, a TV review. Write. Write anything you can think of, okay? That's the number one advice I can give anyone that wants to be any kind of an artist, and a writer is a kind of an artist, in my opinion. In China, you can get money from getting married. Well, they do give you some money here, too, but it's not enough to want to get married. Like, the idea of people giving me money, that doesn't make me want to get married. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. Hera, I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's in the middle of the United States. Lily says, Americans like to show off. Interesting. Well, actually, Lily, I wasn't only talking about Americans. When I was in Taiwan, I also played in a wedding band in Taiwan, and they like to show off their money just like anybody else. So I was speaking about rich people everywhere in the world. Rich people everywhere in the world, when their daughter gets married, they want to show off their money. Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't just mean Americans. I meant rich people everywhere in the world, any country. Hello, Eris. Outer fit garments or ultra, huh? DK, I'm not sure where you saw that, so I can't really. A garment is a piece of clothing. Ultra is a word that is used for many, many different things, usually some kind of an exceptional meaning. And outer fit, again, I'm not sure. I assume you're looking at some sort of a catalog, a clothing catalog or something. The outer means the outside. How about most American weddings? I think most American weddings at this point, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that question. I have no idea. Don't know the information. Google it. I have no idea how much Americans spend on weddings. It's not something I ever even think of. Hello, Roxana. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but my Spanish friend says 20%. Oh my God. Well, you have to understand something about why is it supposed to be 20%? Well, that's because in many places, the restaurant workers get paid a very, very low hourly wage. So if they don't get tips of 20% or more, then they cannot survive. I am not exaggerating at all. When I worked in restaurants, the waiters would only make $2 or maybe $3 per hour. Do you have any idea how low that is in America? $2 to $3 an hour? So tips were how you lived. Yeah. Do I think that love is real in society? That's a deep question. Sure. Of course it is. But it means different things to different people. Some weddings are cheaper than getting divorced. That's funny. Not getting married is a lot cheaper than getting married or divorced. If you really want to save money, don't get married and don't get divorced. Once again, don't forget to join my YouTube. Yes, you can follow my YouTube. Hello, Giuseppe. Hello, Russians by Playlists. You've been learning Romanian. The grammar is so hard. I'm sure it is, because Romanian's the closest to Latin, I think. And I sucked at Latin because it's so hard. What's the meaning of it's like a roller coaster of emotions? Mina, a roller coaster is when you go to an amusement park. The thing that goes up really high and then goes and goes around and over, and you put your hands up like this and right? That's called a roller coaster when you go to an amusement park, right? So if you say something was like a roller coaster of emotions, it means your emotions were like a roller coaster. And a roller coaster goes up and it's scary, and then it goes down and it's fast. And it means that your emotions were everywhere. They were up and down all over the place. Okay? Yes, I do remember, Bellin. Do they show off when their sons get married or only daughters? Good question. Usually daughters. But it depends. If they're rich, it doesn't really matter. If they're rich, they usually want to show off, period. Son or daughter. So, yeah, I think both. Hello, Alan. Hello, Shabnam. Happy New Year to you. What am I drinking in a glass? I'm drinking iced coffee. It's what I always drink. I'm a little bit similar to George W. Bush. No, I'm not. Not in any way, shape, or form. He's white. I'm white. We're both white. That's where the relationship ends. Hello, Yuri. Hello, Autumn. And don't forget, you can follow me on YouTube right now. And on YouTube, there's no time limit. So join my YouTube, and there's no time limit, so you're not, you won't get kicked off. Hello, Lena. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, Yvonne. Yvonne, my YouTube channel is right here. And if you search for AFIEC, you can find it. AFIEC. It means a friend in every corner. AFIEC. Hello, Bert. Thank you, Bellin. Thank you, Na. Thank you for the gifts, everyone. How was my holiday? It was okay. It was not bad, I suppose. I got through it. I'm alive. I'm on the other side. Until next year. Hello, where go, where come? I'm drinking iced coffee, Dimitri. Don't forget to join my YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now, and I'm waiting for your questions. When am I coming to Italy? That's a good question. I wish I could tell you. I really want to come this year. I would like to go to Europe for the first time in my life this year. And I'd like to meet a bunch of my friends here. But I also would like to have some money. So once I figure out the money thing, then I'll figure that out. Yvonne, today's topic is anything you want. English Q&A session. Q&A means question and answer. So you can ask me anything. Okay? Hello, Rapid. What's my job? My job is being me, Yvonne. Anything that I can do, I do. And I do many things. So ask me some questions. Ask me some questions. And I haven't figured out yet how to bring anybody on my stage on YouTube, but I know there is a way to do it. I'm going to figure that out eventually. But it'll take me a little time. Don't I work in an office? No, I have never worked in an office in my entire life, and I'm very proud of that. I'm a musician. No, I don't do offices. I've worked as a teacher in a classroom, but that's the closest thing I've come to an office. I'm a drummer. I'm a teacher. I do some other things. I'm a live streamer. But I don't work in offices. No, offices and me, we don't get along. If I walk into an office building, I will burst into flames. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. What's the most important thing for you now? Jane, do you mean my job, which is the most important job for me now? Chinese people are always so focused on which job you do. And I only say that because I'm trying to encourage you to stop thinking about yourself like you're only a job. Ah, so you're not thinking about the job. What's the most important thing for me now? Just in life, period? Not about jobs? What's the most important thing for me? Be true to myself. This above all, to thine own self be true. This above all, to thine own self be true. Let's see. How can one get an admission to the USA? You buy a ticket. Poetry? I don't know. I have no idea how you would come to the United States. Why would I know about that? I live here. They don't teach us how to invite people here. That's not something they teach. So I don't know how to help you come here. I'm sorry. And Rapid says, whenever I try to speak English in front of someone, I often forget the words. Rapid? Well, then that means that you need to learn how to think in English. If you think in English all the time, then you're using the words all the time, then you won't forget them when you need to speak English. So right now, you're always thinking in your native language all day. Try starting to think in English for some of your day, and that way your English will stay fresh in your mind, and then you won't forget. Okay? Because Chinese people live for work. Yeah, I know, but that's kind of what I'm trying to encourage you to understand, that life is not work. Life is life. Work is work. Life is not work. Work is work. Life is life. Is an intermediate level enough to get a 6 on the ILTC exam? I don't know how to answer that, Mina. Intermediate. Who defines intermediate? You, the teacher? How do you know that you're intermediate? I think I would say that you might need a little bit more than that. Foreshadowing, which app or channel is recommended? Liz, me, this one right here. And Liz, I don't know anyone else who is good. I don't know anybody in the industry. I'm just me. I'm one man. I teach. I like to teach. But I don't talk to any of the other teachers. I'm just one guy doing my own thing, okay? So I can't recommend anyone, but I can recommend some tips, which is one very simple tip. You should follow anyone and shadow anyone who speaks well. I know that's a very simple thing to say, but it's true. Find someone who speaks really well. You need to think about your voice like an instrument. Okay, your voice is like an instrument, and some people play their instrument better than others. Find the people who play that instrument the best and shadow them. Okay? Jane said, "Who said that? We all want to stay away from work." I don't know about that, Jane. Most of the Chinese people I know seem to work a lot. David, may you have a question? Sure, of course you can. That's what we're here for, David. Katerina, hello, Katerina Cabral. Are you going to read a lot of books this year? Do you mean personally, or do you mean on my live stream? I would like to read some books this year. I haven't read enough. And I have a few books that I've purchased and I haven't read yet. So yes, I would like to read more this year. I'm glad you were able to join me on YouTube, Rapid. And once again, if you join me on YouTube, everybody, there is no time limit. So here is my YouTube channel. Oh, this is so annoying. It keeps losing it. Share, copy, paste. Which books do I recommend for IELTS? Well, I recommend any book by Kaplan or by Barron's. Kaplan, Kaplan, that's a big company, and Barron's, Barron''S. Those two companies, they make great materials for any test taking, okay? Any test you need to study for. How can you understand English TV or news or TV shows as an adult? I'm interested in watching news on YouTube. David, the first thing you need to understand about TV shows and movies, some of them could be good for your English learning, but you have to choose the right ones, okay? You have to choose shows that have people who speak well, shows that have people that speak about topics that are useful to your life. Okay, those are the two most important things. If you're watching a show about space aliens or about speak the way you want to sound, find someone who speaks the way you want to sound and follow them. Okay? Hello, Abdo. Good to see you again. Could I type it? I think you mean Kaplan. Kaplan is the company, Kaplan and Barron's. Barrons. Apostrophe S. Kaplan and Barron's. Those are two good companies for study books. Rapid is asking me, how often will I do live streams on YouTube? Well, from now on, my plan is to always do Hello Talk and YouTube at the same time. So I'm going to try to always do YouTube at the same exact time that I'm doing my Hello Talk. So I'm on my phone right here on Hello Talk, and right next to my phone, there is a webcam that's on YouTube. So I'm looking at both of you right now. Okay? Oh, that's sweet of you, Jane. Thank you. Are the two companies in China? Possibly. Probably. If they're not, then you should find them. You can get them. You can. It might not be as easy as buying the Chinese books, but I'll be honest with you. I have never seen a Chinese book for learning English that is better than an English book for learning English. So, if you are learning English, buy a native book. Don't buy the ones that are half Chinese and half English. You're not really helping yourself when you do that. You just aren't. Okay? For example, I sometimes teach my students using this book. It's in traditional Chinese and in English. Okay? Now, it's also from Barron's. There's the company, Barron's, right there. Okay? I don't think they don't need the Chinese. They could have just bought the English book. There was absolutely no reason to buy the Chinese. None. Zero. Okay? So, just get the English book. All right? To be honest with you, almost all the books that I've seen that are not just only written in English, they probably hurt you more than they help you. That's kind of my opinion. Possibly they hurt you more than they help you. Where can you get it online? I'm not sure, Yvonne, but they're major companies. It shouldn't be very difficult to follow, shouldn't be very difficult to find. Okay? Barron's and Kaplan are two major. And yes, that's true, Bellin. The more followers I get on YouTube, the more of a chance that I will actually travel to meet some of you. That is true. So follow me on YouTube and maybe I'll come visit you. What if you can't understand the full English book? Get a teacher. Like me. 所以我会说中文，我可以告诉你，如果你听不懂，你可以问我。Okay, that's different. It's different. You should always try to use the native book. And if you don't understand it, ask someone to try to explain it to you. That is the way you should do it. You really should. Okay, but the truth is, here's the real truth. If you buy a book from a company like Barron's or Kaplan, those companies make high-quality learning materials. They know how to write a book that can be understood. Okay? So, I think that if you buy from a reputable company, reputable means a company with a good reputation, then the materials will be relatively, I won't say easy to learn, but learnable. Okay? Yvonne says, Adam says, just read it again and again and again, but just break it into a piece of, yeah, I agree with that, Adam. Just slow down and break it into little pieces and try to understand the directions that they're giving you. Good advice, Adam. Once again, don't forget to follow my YouTube. I'm on YouTube live right now, simultaneously at the same time. If you join my YouTube, there's no time limit. Okay, so let's see. Now, this is where things are going to get a little bit tricky because I'd like to invite somebody on the stage, but if I do that, then people on YouTube won't be able to see who's on my stage, so that's going to be a little weird. I'm not sure how to do that yet. I'll have to think about that. Rapid says, while I'm reading new books, I often get many new words that spoil my reading momentum. Can you please tell me how I can understand new words just by seeing them in a second? Well, you can't always. You can't. But it's important that you choose a book that's the right level for you, because if you're reading a book that every 3 words, you don't know that word. I don't know that word. I don't know that word. I don't know that word. That's too many words. You can't follow the story there. You can't get any momentum if there are too many new words. So choosing a book that's the proper level for you is one of the most important things you can do. Okay. Now, what is a proper level? In my opinion, the book you are reading should have between 10 to 15 new words on one page. No more than that. Maybe 20. If you really want to push yourself, then you can do 20 new words on one page. Okay? But if you have more than 15 or 20 new words on one page, that book is too hard for you. That book is too hard for you. Okay? Do I think that memorizing new words is important? Neo, you should know better. You've listened to me many times. You know what I think about memorizing. What do I say about memorizing, Neo? Memorizing is the worst way to learn. Why do people always ask me about new tips for memorizing? Because memorizing doesn't work very well. That's why people always ask me, hey, how can I memorize better? Memorizing doesn't work well because memorizing is not creative. Your creative things. If it's creative, your brain will remember it very easily. You don't even have to try. If it's not creative, then you have to try. So when you memorize, you have to try. But it doesn't always work because this is what you're doing. When you memorize new words, really all you're doing is this. You're looking at your brain and you're saying, please, brain, please don't forget these words, brain, please. I know I didn't really do any real work. I only wrote them down 10 times, but please don't forget them. Memorizing doesn't work. Let me add one point to that. Memorizing doesn't work if that's all you do. Memorizing could work if it's step 1 in a much longer process, right? So if you have a further process of learning beyond memorizing, then maybe you can start with memorizing and then try to build on that. But that's not what 90% of you do, 98% of you. 98% of you, you want to just memorize, and that's all. Memorizing is learning for lazy people. That's what it is. Memorizing is learning for lazy people. So, what should you do? You shouldn't memorize. You should use creativity to learn instead. So, for example, Neo, if you're trying to learn the word microphone, This is a microphone, right? If you're trying to learn the word microphone, you could write that word down 10 times. Let's write that word down 10 times. Microphone, 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 microphone. M-I-C-R-O-P-H-O-N-E, M-I-C-R-O-P-H-O-N-E, blah, 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 blah. I'm done. Right? That's one way to do it, is to write it down. Okay? But another way to do it would be to write a sentence. Write a sentence using the word microphone. Okay? Now, you could write one simple sentence. I have a new microphone. The microphone is very expensive. There, I wrote a sentence and I used the word microphone. But, was that creative? If I say I bought a new microphone, is that a creative sentence? No, it's not. So you're going to forget that too. But if I say the pink elephant bought the expensive microphone, now I've used creativity. Now I am thinking about a pink elephant who bought a new expensive microphone. My brain won't forget that. So, that's what I mean. You should try to use creativity in your learning. Okay? If you want to remember, read more, and focus on your grammar, Azam, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. I'm not a big fan of grammar. I don't focus on grammar that much. I think that language should focus on expression and communication, and grammar is just the thing that helps you to do that. But if you focus on grammar, then you think the point of language is grammar. The point of language is not grammar. The point of language is expression and communication. So focus on expression and communication, and grammar comes next. Okay? Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. I'm right now on YouTube, and there's no time limit on YouTube. So join me on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. Okay? Farid says, if you want to remember useful words, you should read many stories and articles. I'll agree with that. Yeah. Reading is a great way to learn new words. What I recommend is, if you're reading a new book, every time you see a new word, you should circle that word and write it down in a notebook. Get a little notebook and make a notebook for yourself. Write down the word, write down the definition of the word in English, okay? And then when you're finished with the book, you'll have this lovely little notebook that has all the new vocabulary words that you learned from that book. That's very useful, okay? You can also underline all the words that you don't know how to pronounce correctly so that you can focus on them too, okay? I await your questions. I await your questions. My YouTube address is right here. I lost it again. There's my YouTube address, or you can search for AFIEC. Search for AFIEC and you will find me on YouTube. Okay? Hello, ESXLXE. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Rapid wants me to explain about thinking in English. Okay, I will do that. Can you guys just give me one moment? I'm going to go to the bathroom really quickly. I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about how to think in English, okay? So give me 1 minute to take a bathroom break, all right? I'll be right back, everybody. You guys talk to yourselves for a few minutes, okay? And don't forget to follow my YouTube channel. I'm on YouTube live right now, and there's no time limit. So do me a favor and tell everybody, help everybody here to join my YouTube, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. Hello, hello again, everyone. I'm back. Yeah, the YouTube does lag about 15 seconds behind my Hello Talk. Be aware of that. There is a slight lag. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Oksana. Thank you very much for the gifts. Oh, I got to plug this guy in. He's running out of battery. Can I play some music for you? Fareed, if I do, you have to be on my YouTube channel. If I play music for you on my Hello Talk, it won't sound very good. It's confusing, everybody, because I'm running on Hello Talk on my phone, and on my computer, I'm using all my nice equipment. So the problem is, The only people who can hear me play music is if you're on my YouTube channel. If you're on my Hello Talk channel, you're only going to hear drums. But no music. Hello, Miguel. Good to see you again, my friend. Hello, Tae Sok Song. Privyet. Hello. Do I make short videos? Neo, I haven't yet, but I'm planning to. But you know what I don't like about short videos? Here's one thing I hate about short videos. Everybody who is on YouTube or TikTok, I guess it's like TikTok mostly, all the videos are like this. Well, this is what I think. Blah, 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 blah. They talk so fast. It's stupid, to be honest with you. Like, I just yelled at a guy. There's a guy on Facebook who has a page, and he's brilliant. Let me show it to you. Oh, can I do that? How can I do that? Oh, I guess I can't because I'm on my phone. Well, maybe I can do it here. Let me see. There's a guy on Facebook that I followed, and I just had to message him and tell him that if he doesn't slow down, no one's going to care because he's speaking too fast. So let's see. Check this guy out. He's really smart. He's really smart. He goes to Harvard. He's a student at Harvard University. He's a young kid who goes to Harvard. But listen to how he speaks.
There are a lot of sketchier examples of us taking simple classifications and turning them negative. Like the words imbecile, idiot, and moron all used to be genuine medical terms on a scale of classifying intellectual disabilities. This linguistic process of turning something more negative is called pejoration, and it often happens when we have some kind of rhetoric against an outgroup. Unfortunately, this happens a lot with ethnic groups and medical disabilities. And sometimes when we realize a pejorated word is bad and replace it with a less offensive euphemism, the euphemism can often become bad too. Like the way we replaced moron
So yeah, he's so fast. He's so fast. It's like, dude, slow down. Slow down, man. If it's really important, then why are you speaking so fast? That's why I don't like shorts. Because shorts, unfortunately, here, I'm going to have to be the old guy who's going to have to tell all the young people that you're a little stupid. All the young, stupid TikTok videos with people speaking really fast and trying to do everything really quickly. No. The faster you speak, the more I think that you don't know what you're talking about. Slow down. And then people might believe you. Yeah. So, anyway. There are many people who speak too fast on YouTube and on TikTok and Hello Talk and anywhere, right? But that guy, he has a great channel. He has a great channel with great information. But he speaks like he's on drugs. Yeah. Anyway. So, think about that. How fast you speak does matter, but speaking quickly is not always a good thing. And these days, all of the videos on YouTube and on Facebook and on TikTok, they're trying to be like a commercial. They're trying to be like a, hey, look what I do, and blah, 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 and this is amazing, and you should follow me because I'm amazing, and that's why you should follow me, and blah, 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 and I'm so amazing, so follow me, blah, 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 blah. I just can't do that. I won't. I refuse. I refuse. Maybe it's a way to impress others. Yeah, it is, but it's a stupid way. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yeah, it's just desperation. When you speak like this, hey, you should blah, 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 because blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Desperate, desperate, desperate. I'm a desperate person, so desperately follow me. In English, we have a phrase. Desperation is a stinky perfume. Desperation is a stinky perfume. Rapid wanted to know about thinking in English. I'm sorry, I forgot about that when I went to the bathroom. So how can you think in English, everybody? Well, how do you think in your native language right now? Start with simple things. Can you think about your simple feelings in English? Can you think about your simple feelings in English? Can you think, I'm hungry? Can you think, I'm tired? Can you think, I need a shower? Can you think, I'm late? Can you think those things? If you can think those things, then here's my question. Why aren't you? If you can think some things in English, then why aren't you? So when you're hungry, don't think I'm hungry in your native language. Think I'm hungry in English. When you're tired, don't think I'm tired in your native language. Think I'm tired in English. It's that simple. You need to start replacing as much of your thinking in your native language into English. Start with simple things. Start with simple things like, how do you feel? What do you want? What do you need? What do you like? And what do you dislike? I like ice cream, but I don't like chocolate. I blah, 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 blah. Just simple things. Excuse me. Well, in many languages, rhythms can sound very quickly, but people don't think well, yeah, that's true, Bellin. Spanish sounds fast, but it really isn't always that fast. It just sounds really fast. Yeah, Hindi can kind of be like that too, I think. And Japanese, too, sometimes. Hello, Kazuma. Hello, Jasmine. Because viewers have no patience if they speak slow. Yeah, Panda, I know that, but guess what? Viewers are stupid. If you have no patience, then you're not a very... Then why do I care about you? That's my question. Yeah. So that's probably why I won't be successful, because I don't care about you if you don't have patience. If you're lazy, I'm not interested in helping you. It's that simple. Look at me. I want to look in both cameras at the same time when I say this. If you are lazy, then I am not interested in helping you at all. I have no interest in helping you if you're lazy. So just please go away if you're lazy. I'm not interested in you. You don't have what it takes to do what I do. You don't have what it takes to follow my way. You're lazy. It won't work. So just go away. That's how I feel. I'm not going to help lazy people. I'm not going to do it. Mila said, I already had a dream in English. You became so happy. That's good for you, Mila. That's a great sign when you're dreaming in English. Good for you. Why am I standing? Because I like to stand. Because teachers usually stand when they teach. So I feel weird if I'm teaching and I sit. I feel lazy. Thank you for the gifts. Lavender, Lavender, I can't have anybody on the stage, Lavender, because I'm on YouTube at the same time, and if I bring you on the stage on Hello Talk, then the people on YouTube won't be able to see you, and it's a little weird. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do that in the future, but I can't do it today, okay? Patience and passion are important. That's true. Yeah. Am I a kind person? I don't know, Dimitri. I think you have to ask other people that. You can't ask, you have to ask other people that. I don't know. I try to be kind, but not always. Sometimes I'm rude even. You're starving. Well, eat something. I'm actually really hungry too. I've only had coffee today. I have some pistachios here, but I just didn't eat anything yet. Let's see. By the way, do follow me on Hello Talk because, let me see. Where are my followers? I'm almost there, everyone. I have 59,903 followers on Hello Talk now. 59,903. So, I need 97 more followers to hit 60,000 followers. So follow me on Hello Talk, and after you follow me on Hello Talk, then you should follow me on YouTube, which is right here. God, I hate how quickly this loses my copy. Paste. There's my YouTube channel. I am on YouTube at the same time as I'm on Hello Talk, and I will always be like this from now on. So if you join my live streams from now on, you can join them on YouTube. Okay? And there's no time limit. Yeah, and look, more convenient. You can watch on the laptop. What's the difference between pronunciation and accent? Well, accent is a way of pronunciation based on the regional area that you live in and the way that they choose to pronounce things in that region. So accents are different ways of pronouncing things, right? An accent is a way of changing the language pronunciation geographically, regionally, in slight ways. Like, for instance, if you go to Boston, in the city of Boston, in the south part of Boston, if I say the word car, in my English, in Cincinnati, Ohio, we say car. But in South Boston, they might say ka. In Cincinnati, Ohio, I'll say park the car. In South Boston, they might say park the car. Park the car. Park the car. So that's what the difference is. Thank you for following. Did I celebrate New Year's? Not really. No. I did a live stream and I said hello to a bunch of people, but New Year's is just not that big of a deal to me, you know? Here, let me show you what I think about New Year's. I found a quote about it just the other day. Here it is, I think, right here. Mark Twain. You guys know Mark Twain? Samuel Clemens, one of my favorite American authors and writers and commentators. Mark Twain, he had this to say about New Year's. He said, New Year's is a harmless annual institution of no particular use to anybody, save as a scapegoat for promiscuous drunks and friendly calls and humbug resolutions. So what he's saying is basically every new year, a bunch of people say, I'm going to be different this year. And a bunch of people get drunk and drink too much. And a bunch of people try to be friendly for a few minutes. But then on day 2, January 2nd, now everything's back to normal. So that's kind of how I feel about New Year. New Year is a harmless annual institution of no particular use to anybody. Mark Twain, everyone. Mark Twain. Yeah, Bella and I gained probably about 5-6 pounds over the holidays, but I don't care and I'll lose it. And yeah, I got fat. It's what I do. What is the speed of communication for native English speakers? Well, Gene, we have about 300 million people here, and there are 300 million speeds. Language has no speed. Let me say that once more. Look at me, everyone. Language has no speed. There is nobody walking around going, you speak too fast, and you speak too slow, and I'm going to write you a ticket because yes, I'm sorry, sir, but you've been speaking too slowly, and we're going to have to give you a ticket. Language has no speed. Levon says, I can catch you now, but in 3 months I can't. What do you mean, Leon? Sounds like me when I speak English. That's funny. Well, it's just an accent. Then you should move to Boston. Then you'll be fine. Jasmine says, that's my favorite author, but that's not fair. Why not? I think it's perfectly fair. It's just another day. It's just another day. I don't find it of any particular use. I kind of agree with him. I feel like people think it's like this new day where everything's new and we're all acting differently. I don't see that. I have not seen that in my experience. Scapegoat. Jasmine, a scapegoat is a word that means someone that you're trying to put the blame on, right? So let's say you have a big, expensive company. You have a very big company, and you make a lot of money, but your company got in a lot of trouble for breaking a bunch of laws, right? And so here's what you're going to do. You're very smart, though. You're the boss, but here's what you're going to do. You're going to resign. You will resign as boss, and you're going to make this other guy the boss. He's the new CEO. And now he's the scapegoat. So you made the company, you made all the problems, and now you retired and you gave this other guy the job, and now everybody's going to be mad at him. he's the scapegoat. So whoever you try to put the blame on and while you escape, that's the scapegoat. Why don't we remember words when we want to speak? How can we solve this problem? Nazir, you don't remember words when you want to speak because you are not thinking in English. Why? Why not? You can speak in English, right? You can write in English, right? So then why aren't you thinking in English? If you practiced thinking in English, then you wouldn't forget any words because you'd be using them all the time in your mind. So Nazir, I live in America, but I speak Chinese. How can I do that? Because all day long, I just think in Chinese while I'm doing my daily life. Okay? You could have eaten grapes as a tradition in Spain with your family on New Year's, but you preferred to travel with your family. That's good. You like New Year because we don't go to work. Oh, well, that's just because you have a day off, though. It has nothing to do with the New Year. Hello, Xiaofeng. Happy New Year. Am I a professional drummer? Yes. I only say yes because I just don't play as much as I used to. But for the majority of my life, yes, drumming was the main way that I made money. Don't forget to follow my YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now at the same time as I'm on Hello Talk. So if you run out of time on Hello Talk, you can join me on YouTube and you can stay with me. Okay? And I'm following both comments. So let's see. Rapid says... every religion and culture has a different New Year, but yes, in general, well, I wouldn't, yeah. Many of them are on the Catholic calendar, but not all of them. Well, that's interesting. New Year is the main holiday for Slavic people. I did not know that. I think I should have known that because I'm partly Slavic. Half of my family is from Slovakia. Enable captions. Well, I don't even know how to do that. Let me see. Can I do that? YouTube. View my channel. Live. Huh? I don't know why it says unavailable. I don't know why, but apparently I'm not able to do closed captions. I'll figure that out next time. Okay? I'll see if I can figure out why it's not doing captions now. Okay? And I didn't even know. Huh? I don't know why. Oh, there we go. That's why. That's muted. I'm looking forward to your class tomorrow too, Xiaofeng. Hello, Tainara. Do I know Russian or Turkish? I can say privyet, I can say da and niet and do svidaniya and spasiba and I think there's at least a few others that I knew in Russian, but I can't remember now. And I can also say merhaba in Turkish, but that's all I know. Am I in my studio room right now? Yes, I am. If you see how many contrasts there are in Eastern Europe, you'll be surprised. I would like to see that. I would like to see that. Let me see if I can look this up and find out why can't I have captions on my live? Or maybe you can't have captions on a live. I don't know. Let's find out. One moment. Go to YouTube from the top right clip. Go create live. Within the stream settings, turn on closed captions. Choose automatic captions. Well, I don't know why, but it says it. I can't do it now, but I'll figure it out for next time. Okay, everybody? I don't have any captions on YouTube now, but I will try to have that for next time, okay? And let's see, on YouTube, Katerina says, which Twain books would I recommend reading first? You know, actually, I think that the first thing I would recommend reading from Mark Twain, I wouldn't recommend reading his books. I would recommend reading his quotes. Mark Twain has a lot of great commentary, political type quotes about life and just aphorisms of wisdom and wit. And he's a really witty guy. So I would start reading there because I think you can understand Mark Twain a lot better if you read his quotes first, then you start to understand his personality. Once you understand his personality, then you can choose Huckleberry Finn or Tom Sawyer, maybe. Those are the classic ones that are, but those are difficult reading for non-natives because those two books are set in a time period in America that's a long time ago, and they also use language from a long time ago that's also slang, right? So it's old slang. That's hard for someone to understand even if you're a native, it's hard. So for a non-native, it's particularly difficult. Okay, so that's what I'd say about Twain. What's the meaning of I'm keeping my fingers crossed? It means when you cross your fingers, it has two meanings. One meaning is like you're hoping for luck, right? So if you hope something good happens, then you say, I'm crossing my fingers that next year I can go to Europe. That's like a good luck thing, right? But there's another meaning for crossing your fingers. If you cross your fingers behind your back, that's a way that when we were children, it was like if the teacher said, did you do it? And you did it, but you would cross your fingers and you put them behind your back and you would say, no, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Crossing your fingers was basically like a way of you could lie, but if your fingers were crossed, it means that whatever you say is not true. Right? So fingers crossed actually has two meanings. When you say my fingers are crossed, it's like I'm hoping something good will happen. Okay? I'm hoping for a good outcome. Okay? But if you cross your fingers behind your back when you say something, that's like a children's trick for lying to you. Okay? Where did I learn all those Russian words? Well, because I have many, 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 many Russian followers, and I've been on Hello Talk for more than 10 years, and I've talked to more than 50,000 people around the world. So I I speak English and I also have learned Chinese, but I also know a little bit of probably about 13 or 14 other languages, right? So I know a little Russian, a little Italian, a little Spanish, a little French, a little German, a little Portuguese, a little Japanese, a little Arabic, a little Slovak, a little Latin, a little trying to think of what other languages do I know? A little Hindi, right? So I just know a few words in many, many languages. That's not actually that difficult to do. Is that a fan behind me or a roadie? What are you talking about? There's nobody behind me. Portuguese, I can say bom dia, I can say obrigado, hola, and I can't remember. I'm gonna have to review my Portuguese. I've forgotten maybe 5 or 6 words. I used to know about 10 words in Portuguese, but I think I can only think about 3 or 4 now. Okay, let's see. What is the difference between gradually, eventually, and apparently? Gradually means by grade, right? And a grade means if something is flat, then it means it has no grade. Sometimes the word grade means the level or angle of incline, okay? So the grade of something means how steep is the grade. If this is like this and you're trying to park your car, right? If you park your car on a flat road, it's very easy. But if you park your car on a hill like this, that's a very steep grade, right? So the word gradually means incrementally with small increases in change, okay? Or small decreases in change, okay? To gradually do something means to change either more or less, but in very small amounts over time. That's gradually, okay? What was the other word? Eventually. The word eventually means in some time we will get there, right? So eventually means there will be an event that will be the end, but you don't know when. Okay, so eventually is a very open-ended word. Eventually, I will do this. Eventually. It's completely up in my mind what that means. It could be now, it could be later, it could be 10 years from now. Okay? So eventually is a very personal perspective. That it just means you plan to get there at some point. At some point you will arrive at that place, but you don't know when. Okay? And the other word was apparently. Apparently is a word that means more like if something is apparent, it means it has become clear. Okay? So when you say apparently, it means it's clear now that blah, blah, blah. Right? So apparently, it's too cold for us to go to the park today. It's clear now that it's too cold to go to the park today. Okay? It's kind of like that. All right? And let's see. My friend in Ukraine says we have to read Tom Sawyer in a school program. This book is for age 10, and you're reading it in English or in Russian or Ukrainian? Are you reading it in English? You want me to speak a little bit of Arabic? Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Shukran afwan. Naam lach. Insha'Allah. Alhamdulillah. Merhaba. There you go. The usage of had is a sentence that always confuses you. Yeah, Hazim, that confuses us too. So you know what my suggestion is? Don't do that. There are other ways. There is almost never any real reason to ever use convoluted grammar. Why? Because, so what is convoluted? Convoluted means unnecessarily complicated, right? And there are some parts of English grammar like had, blah, 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 blah. Those are convoluted grammatical examples. And in those cases, there are almost always other ways that you could say the same thing with less confusion. So if there is, then do. It's that simple. You read it in Ukrainian. Okay, so if you read it in Ukrainian, then yeah, I think it's a good book. There are a lot of good lessons that you can learn in that book. I only asked if you were learning it in English because, like I said, in English, the language is a bit difficult. Let me show you. Tom Sawyer. Right there. Okay? So, let's see. Let me try to see if I can find a spot that I can read where you'll understand what I mean about the language. Oh, here's an example here. Tom, it was middling warm in school, weren't it? Yes'm. Powerful warm, weren't it? Yes'm. Didn't you want to go in a swimming, Tom? A bit of a scare shot through Tom, a touch of uncomfortable suspicion. He searched Aunt Polly's face, but it told him nothing, so he said, "No'm. Well, not very much." The old lady reached out her hand and felt Tom's shirt and said, "But you ain't too warm now, though." And it flattered her to reflect that she had discovered that the shirt was dry without anybody knowing that it is what she had had in mind. So, it's powerful warm, weren't it? That's language, that's common language from common people in this day, right? But we don't talk like that anymore. So if you're reading this in English and you're a non-native speaker, that's really hard, okay? Because the language, to be honest with you, better than others. Language is a tool that has been used for thousands of years to control power. And when you know language well, you control the power. When you don't know language well, you have less power. Right? So that's why language is so important, really. But the point is when people use advanced grammar, sometimes they're deliberately trying to make you feel like you're stupid because it gives them power to do that. If they use language that you can't understand, now you are off balance. So you feel less confident, and now they feel more in control. So when you use language, when you know more about language, you have more power. When you know less about language, you have less power. Just imagine if you can't express yourself, then how can you ever get any power? Right? Don't forget to follow my YouTube. Once again, I am on YouTube right now. And if you follow my YouTube, there's no time limit on YouTube. So there's my YouTube. Go find me on YouTube, join and follow. And there's no time limit on YouTube. So you can watch me as much as you want. And from now on, every time I do a Hello Talk live stream on my phone, I will also be on my computer. Okay? So follow me here on Hello Talk, but also follow me on YouTube. Okay? About Tom Sawyer, Eugene Marie says, why not read it first in your native language and then in English? That's the easiest to understand. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, that is depending on the book, sometimes that's the best way. So if that book was written a long time ago, then that's definitely the best way. Okay? If the book is very old, read it in your native language first and then read it in English. But if the book is not very old and uses modern language, then you should try to read it in English first. Okay? I only recommend reading it in English or in your native language first if the native English book, if the book uses language that's not modern English, then it's better the other way, okay? How can power be related to language? Bunny? Well, let me give you a very simple example, Bunny. The Bible. The Bible, okay? The Bible is a book that is written in many languages now. In every language, the Bible is written in every language now. But a long time ago, that was not true. A long time ago, the Bible was written in only a few languages, and really, the main one was Latin or Greek, but mostly Latin. Now, why did they use Latin? Because that was the language of the Roman Empire and of the Catholic Church. Okay? But how many people actually knew Latin? Almost no one. So why would they do that? Why would they use Latin if nobody knew Latin? Because if only a few people understand the language, then only a few people hold the power. But I can't remember what year it was, but Martin Luther was the first man to print the Bible into German. And when he did that, that was a big, big deal because German, that was the language those people knew. So suddenly he was giving the power of the Bible to the common people because now they could read it themselves. They didn't need somebody to translate it for them and help them understand. So language and power have always been very, very directly connected. Can I do it on Billy? Min, I'm working on that. I'm going to try to see if I can do Billy or maybe Doeen. I'm not sure, but it's a little tricky to do that. It's not easy for me to do that in America, but I'm going to try to see if I can. but you have to be patient and wait for me to figure that out. It's January 2nd. I'm going to try to do that sometime this year. I'm hoping to have either a live stream on one of the Chinese platforms, or at least I'm going to try to upload my videos onto Bilibili or Little Red Book or Douyin. Okay? What's Bilibili? Bilibili is a popular app in China. It's a very popular social media. God, I can't speak today. Social media app in China. This question is, apart from English, how can I find my passion? Alex, that's a good question. If you're still here, Alex. Alex, finding your passion is about following your curiosity. So what are you curious about? It's that simple. Curiosity is kind of like smoke, okay? You can smell smoke, and if you follow it, you'll find the fire, right? So curiosity is the smoke of passion. That's what I say. That's my quote. Curiosity is the smoke of passion. If you follow your curiosity like smoke, you'll find the fire and you'll find your passion. Okay? Follow your curiosity. Talent is a pursued interest. Find something you like to do and start doing it. The more you do it, the more talented you become. Liam says, I got my time limit. Well, you shouldn't have a time limit on YouTube. There's no time limit on YouTube. What are my days off? Rapid, I don't know what my schedule is going to be like for this year yet. I'm still trying to decide what my schedule will be, what my live streaming schedule is going to be for this year. As soon as I decide, I will let you know. Okay, but I haven't decided what my schedule is going to be. It will be at least what I did last year, which is last year I did Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And that's what I'm going to keep doing for now, but I think I might change my schedule this year to do something different, but I haven't decided what yet. Okay, but as soon as I know what my schedule is going to be, I will tell you. Okay? Don't forget to follow my YouTube. On YouTube, there is no time limit, so follow my YouTube right now. If you go to my YouTube, you can stay and follow, and you can type and talk to me, and there's no time limit. Oh, that's what you meant, Liam. Right. So there you go. See, look, Liam was on my Hello Talk, but he got kicked off my Hello Talk because of the time limit, and now he's on YouTube, and there's no time limit. Amazing, right? That's, in English, we call that a loophole. That's what we call a loophole. And if you tell me that you're going to make Hello Talk have subscriptions, but then you don't, then this is what happens. So I'm still waiting. Hello Talk has told me that in the future, very near future, they told me by the end of the year, they said they were going to have VIP for only the live streams, so that you can just buy a VIP subscription for my live stream only. Okay? And maybe when they do that, then I'll switch and do something differently. But until they do that, I'm tired of hearing words that don't come true. So from now on, all of my live streams will be on Hello Talk and YouTube at the same time. Okay? The time limit doesn't work for me. I don't like the time limit. It's not a good idea. Hello Talk, if you're listening, what would work would be very simple. Let anyone join the live streams on Hello Talk for as long as they want to, but they can't comment or join on the stage. You can watch, but you can't participate. That would work if you just do that. So, Hello Talk, if you're listening, get rid of the time limit. It's not helping you, and it's not helping anyone else. And instead, just make it so that if you can watch the thing, but you can't type or you can't talk, then you're going to want to, so you'll join. That might have been a little bit of a better idea. Yeah. But the loophole, everyone, is from now on, all of my streams on Hello Talk will also be on YouTube at the very same time. So if you run out of time, you can join me on YouTube. Okay? Hello, Sayonara. Happy New Year. Hello, Nikita. Happy New Year. I think I'm young to decide which field I should enter in the university. My parents always tell us that engineering and medicine are the most important things. What do you think about this? Also, I feel like I don't have the experience to know which field is suitable for me. Alex, that's a tough place to be. I assume that means you're pretty young. You must be probably about 18, I'm guessing. So, Alex, here's what I will tell you, and I think this is some good advice. Your parents are right. Engineering and medicine, those are good fields to go into. There's no doubt about that. So you can, if you're not sure about what you want, you could try one of those. Try one. If you don't know, try it and see. Because if you try it, then maybe you'll find out, no, medicine's definitely not for me. Right? Like maybe you'll go do medicine, and then the first day that they cut somebody open and you see some blood and you pass out, then you know medicine's probably not for you. Right? Or if you fall asleep in engineering class because it's so boring, then maybe you know that engineering's not for you. Right? Or maybe you do medicine or you do engineering and you learn something and you become a better person. So here's the thing, Alex. Your most important goal in life should not be to choose a career. Your most important goal in life should be to develop yourself as a human being. So what that means is everything you learn in life is good for you for developing yourself as a human being. So, I'm a drummer. I learned drumming. I went to school for it. I studied it. And somehow, drumming and music helped me to become a better teacher. I also learned how to cook. Cooking has also helped me become a better teacher and a better musician. So my point is, Alex, right now, if you don't know what you want, that's okay. Because right now, everything that you can learn is good because it's about developing you, not your career, man. Okay? So if you're still not sure which career path you want, that's okay. Right now, just go learn as best you can and focus on that knowledge, as that knowledge is there to develop you as a human being. When you learn, you grow. Okay? And in time, you will find the thing that you feel most passionate about. Okay? So for right now, go ahead and just choose something. And instead of dedicating yourself to medicine, if you don't think if you don't know if you have the passion for medicine yet, then don't dedicate yourself to medicine. Dedicate yourself to your personal development. Okay? And you can learn a lot in medicine for your personal development. Okay? Or engineering. If you're not sure if you want to be an engineer, that's okay. Study engineering for right now. And try not to think about those things like that's something you're learning for a job. Try to think about those things more like that's something you're learning to expand your knowledge of the world around you so that you understand the world better and become a better human being. Okay? And then you will find the thing that you are interested in. And then you'll know that that's what you should do. Okay? Take care, Bellin. Hello Talk video is better than YouTube? I don't know, Danish. I don't think that's true, actually. Everybody told me the other way around. Everybody said that the video and audio quality on YouTube is a lot better than on Hello Talk. Hello, Somia. Thank you for following me on YouTube. When someone is interacting on Hello Talk, will we see them here? No, Miguel, not yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I haven't figured that plan out yet. I'm going to try to figure that out soon, but so far I haven't figured that one out yet. There might be a way, but I think it's going to be a little complicated. All right, any other questions for me? Make sure you join my YouTube and follow me on YouTube. There's no time limit on YouTube. Okay? If you follow me on YouTube, there's no time limit. How can you write a story in English? So, Mia, don't write a story. Write a sketch first. So, what is a sketch? A sketch is an idea for a story. A story is the actual writing. A sketch is just, well, let's create a scene in my mind. Okay, so my story is going to be about a little boy who ran away from his family. So there's my idea for a sketch, okay? It's a little boy who's running away from the family. So why is the little boy running away? Why? Why would a little boy run away? Maybe he got in a fight with his mom. Okay? What did he get in a fight about? Mom didn't like his skateboard. Something like that. Excuse me. Now, the little boy runs away, and he gets bitten by a dog. And because he gets bitten by the dog, he runs back home. I sketched out the story first. First, you sketch the story. Then you can write. It's like an outline, okay? Think about it like you're writing a story for Hollywood. You need to have an idea what's going to happen to the characters. Who are the characters? What is the plot? What is going to happen? What is the conflict? What is the resolution? Things like that. Okay? A synonym for eggplant is aubergine. But that's only in British English. Americans don't use that word. Or no Americans that I know. You're welcome, Alex. How to solve the vocabulary problem. Learn more vocabulary, but rapid English vocabulary, you must learn words that are related to each other in some way. If you're not learning words that are related to each other, then you are practically wasting your time. Okay? You have to choose a pattern or a system for learning English vocabulary because there are almost 1 million English words. Without a system, you can't learn the words you need to know. Okay? Is it important to know the parts of speech for each word? Truthfully, no. No. I don't think about my language that way in any language I speak. When I'm thinking in Chinese, I'm not thinking about nouns and verbs and prepositions and adverbial phrases. When I'm thinking in English, I'm not thinking about nouns and verbs and prepositional phrases, and I'm not thinking about any of that stuff. Is it good to know that stuff? Yes. Should you be focused on it? No. Right? So, when I'm playing the drums, I know the name of every part of my drum. I know the names of every little part of each drum, okay? But when I'm playing the drums, do I focus on the names of the parts as I play each drum? No. No. I'm playing music. I'm not thinking about what the drums are made of. Understand? Okay, so knowing what the words are is good. Focusing on it is not. Okay, Alex? Should you write a story? No, you can't write a story here. No, it's too short. You can't do that here. I'm just telling you what you should do at home for your own practice. Okay? I can't correct everybody on Earth. You can understand me easily when I'm speaking now. Is that evidence that your level is upper intermediate? It's evidence that I'm a good speaker. If you can understand me, there are reasons why. Number one, I'm a teacher, and I have been teaching for about 30 years, so I know how to speak clearly. Number two, part of my teaching for many, many years was teaching children. When you teach children, you learn how to speak simply about everything. Simple language is easy to follow. Simple language is easy to understand. When you're a teacher, everything needs to be easy to understand. That's what teaching is. So, teachers should always make their language in the simplest form they can. That's my opinion. Every teacher that uses complicated language, I think their ego is wrapped up more in it than their actual interest in teaching. So that's one reason why, because one, I'm a professional teacher, and two, because I'm used to speaking in clear, simple language. Okay? And three is because I am trying to speak very clearly. Look how much I'm moving my mouth. I don't do this all the time. I do this for you. Okay? And also, I have this lovely, lovely microphone right here, and this microphone makes me sound really good. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why. Okay? How can you prepare for the IELTS exam? Well, I think you need about a year to study. I think you need to get proper study books, okay? As I recommended earlier, Kaplan and Barron's both give, they have great study books, Kaplan's and Barron. You should focus on your weaknesses. So if you speak well and you write well, but you don't listen or read well, then you need to practice listening and reading. Okay? Whatever your weaknesses are, that's what you need to focus on the most. Okay? Is grammar more important than vocabulary? They're both important in different ways, but I would say vocabulary is more important than grammar. Vocabulary are the ideas that you use to try to express yourself. Grammar is just the rules to express yourself better. So without vocabulary, you can't have grammar, right? If you have no vocabulary, then you have no grammar. So vocabulary is more important than grammar. Don't forget to join me on YouTube. On YouTube, there is no time limit. So follow me on YouTube right now. I'm on YouTube right now. I'm live on Hello Talk and on YouTube at the same time. And there's no time limit on YouTube. So follow me on YouTube. What's the most important thing for being a teacher? Be patient and be passionate. My voice has changed a little bit. No, Hero, my voice is the same. The difference is my microphone is now only going into YouTube. My microphone is not going to Hello Talk. So if you hear me on Hello Talk, you're only hearing me through the Hello Talk microphone on my phone, right? And it's not as good as this one. So my voice is the same, but the quality of the sound will be better if you join me on YouTube. Okay? Do I know any websites to provide the parts of speech service just to know about the words? Yes, I'm sure I can find that for you here. Hold on. Here you go. Alex, let's see, how can I... Alex, try this. No, that's not it. One moment, Alex. Try this. Copy and paste. There's a website that will help you identify the parts of speech in any sentence or word, whatever, okay? Can I tell you the fastest and most trusted online test to know your level in English? Nada. I'm sorry, but I don't really know. I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, I mean, unless you take an IELTS test or a TOEFL test, the other tests that are online are not very, they're not going to be that accurate because they're not very comprehensive. So they're just going to give you a quick guess about how your level, what your level is, okay? I wouldn't trust that too much, okay? Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes, I do, and I'm on it right now. I'm live on Hello Talk and live on YouTube at the same time. Okay, so if you follow me on YouTube, I'm sorry, if you're watching me on Hello Talk from now on, you can join me on YouTube. As soon as your time limit runs out, you can just join me on YouTube, and there's no time limit on YouTube. Okay? It's right there. I just pasted it for you. That's my YouTube channel right there. If you search for the letters AFIEC. If you search for this, you'll find it. Okay? Why drums? What do you mean why drums? I'm a drummer. That's why drums. Because I'm a drummer. 我是英文老师，同时也是我是鼓手，同时也是我是厨师。我有很多工作。如果我可以做，我做。I'm getting hungry. It's almost time for lunch. And please don't forget to share. Is Hello Talk Chinese or Korean? It's Chinese. Let me see let me see, what are my followers up to on Hello Talk? Hello Talk, minimize the stage. 59,903. Is that still the same? No, 59,934. So I still need, what is that, 66 followers? I need 66 more followers on Hello Talk to have 60,000 followers. So follow me, please, and share on Hello Talk, and also follow me on YouTube and share on YouTube, please. My link still doesn't work. Which link are you talking about? For what? Nobody else was complaining about the links, so I'm not sure which link you mean. Which link doesn't work? The link to go to what? What's the best way, in my opinion, to learn more vocabulary? Well, engineer, first of all, the word vocabulary, you don't need to use a plural form of that, okay? Vocabulary is plural. So if you say, I want to learn more vocabulary, that is plural, okay? You don't need to say, I want to learn more vocabularies, okay? So that's first thing. Second thing is... etymology is my favorite way to learn vocabulary. Etymology means the history of English words. So get this app or go to this website. etymonline.com, 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 etymonline.com. That is a website that's like a dictionary for the history of English words. So if you type in the word, it'll tell you where this word comes from and how it has changed over time. And what was the original meaning, what was the original spelling. And those things can help you a lot in English vocabulary learning, okay? Does learning different foreign languages affect each other negatively? That depends on what languages you're learning, and that depends on you. I don't think you can say that conclusively all people who study more than one language will suffer the same problems. You can't say that. But there are certain languages that would be easier to learn together and certain languages that would be more challenging to try to learn at the same time. Hello, Smith. Guten Tag. Can I sing for you? Smith, I'm not a singer. I'm not a singer. I'm a drummer. So I don't sing. It always makes me laugh when people think that if you have a microphone, it means that you can sing. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you're not afraid to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. There, I sang for you. Which exam do I prefer, the IELTS or the TOEFL? Doesn't matter. I don't really think it really matters, in my opinion. I'm sorry, Smith, if I disappointed you. How can you improve your expression skills? Julius, what do you mean when you say expression skills? Do you mean how can you express yourself better? How can you learn how to express yourself better? Well, I'll tell you how. Get this app. Thesaurus.com. Thesaurus. What is a thesaurus, everyone? A thesaurus is a dictionary, but it's a dictionary that has, instead of the meaning of the word, it doesn't tell you the meaning of the word. A dictionary tells you the meaning of the word. A thesaurus tells you all the synonyms of that word, or all the words of a related meaning. So, if you want to improve your English expression, one very easy way to do that is with a good thesaurus. For example, this thesaurus is about as old as I am. This is my children's thesaurus from when I was a boy. And I still love this book, The Clear and Simple Thesaurus Dictionary. Okay? So, for example, if you look up the word ashamed, if you want to say, I'm very ashamed, you could also say, I'm very embarrassed. You could say, I'm humiliated. You could say, I'm abashed. I'm mortified. A thesaurus is a wonderful way to learn other ways to express yourself so that you can express yourself more clearly, right? So if you say that today is cloudy, you could say it's cloudy outside, or you could say it's a little bit dark outside, or I could say it's a little overcast, or I could say it's a little gloomy or a bit dismal. These are all words that are similar to cloudy in that way. Okay, so a thesaurus is a wonderful way to improve your expression skills. Okay? Can I write the website on YouTube? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Yes, Etum Online is the... This is the etymology website, and the other one is thesaurus.com. Sorry about that, Alex. What is this book's name? This book is called The Clear and Simple Thesaurus Dictionary, but I bet you probably can't find that anymore. Let me find out. Clear and Simple Thesaurus Dictionary. Well, look at that. They still have it. You can get it on Amazon. Let me see. Can I read a sample? Huh. Well, there is a version of this on Amazon, but really, just go to thesaurus.com. It's free. Thesaurus.com. 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 It's free. You don't need the book. Use an app. Step into the modern world. Dictionary.com and thesaurus.com are the same app. So if you get dictionary.com, it's a dictionary, and it has a thesaurus in it, right? So let me see if I have it here. I think I have it here on my iPad. I'll show you. Where is it? There it is. Is that it? Okay, so let's try the word happy. Search. Okay, so this is dictionary.com. And in dictionary.com, let me turn this up so you can see it better. If you guys can see, there's happy, okay? And well, let me see if I can get the screen to be not too bright. Come on. Come on, brightness. So if you notice, it'll tell you the definition. But then right here next to it, there's synonyms. And if you click on synonyms, then it will tell you all the synonyms for happy, blessed, blissful, blithe, captivated, cheerful, chipper, chirpy, content, contented, convivial, delighted, ecstatic, elated, exultant, flying high, glad, gleeful, gratified. So get dictionary.com. Dictionary.com, and thesaurus.com, they are the same app. Okay? Bet you. I bet you means to bet. Rapid means to risk some money on some idea that you have, right? Or on a game or something like that, right? So when you bet money, I bet that it's going to rain tomorrow. I bet $20 it's going to rain tomorrow. Well, if it doesn't rain tomorrow, then you win $20, right? So to bet. How about doing a live marathon to reach 60,000 followers? Yeah, I was thinking about that, Eugene Marie. I tried to do that. I honestly thought I was going to be able to do that on New Year. But to be honest, because of Hello Talk now, because of the time limit, it's impossible for me to get the numbers that I used to. I used to get 200 or 300 followers every time I did a live stream on Hello Talk. But because of the time limit, now I get 30 or 60 followers. So even if I do a long one, it's not enough. But I'll get there soon. You know, in the next couple days, I should hit 60,000 followers. Follow me on YouTube and on Hello Talk. I now have 59,938 followers on Hello Talk. And once again, I'm on YouTube at the same time. So if you join me on YouTube right now, you can join on YouTube. There's no time limit on YouTube. So if you run out of time on Hello Talk, just join me on YouTube. Okay? How can you improve your listening skills? Mobina, you need to listen more, but you need to listen to good things. So my question is, what are you doing to practice your listening now? Tell me what you're doing to practice your listening now, and I'll tell you how you can improve. What's the difference between work out and work on? To work on something means that you are doing something, right? So if I say I'm working on my homework, it means I'm trying to complete or finish my homework. If I say I'm working on painting my room, it means I'm trying to finish painting my room. If I say I'm working on trying to find someone to pick you up from school tomorrow, that means I haven't found somebody yet, but I'm trying to find somebody to pick you up from school tomorrow. So working on something means that you are trying to make some action happen. Okay? Work out has a few different meanings. The first meaning of work out is a simple meaning. It means to exercise. Okay? So if you say, do you want to go to the gym and work out with me tomorrow? That means to go to the gym and do exercise. Okay? So in America, the term workout usually means exercise. Okay? But there's another meaning to work out something. Like maybe if my brother and I got into a fight when we were kids, my parents might say, hey, whatever's going on, work it out. To work it out. Okay, to work something out means to talk about it and figure out what's the problem and solve it. Okay, so usually the term workout means to exercise in America. Okay, but it can have another meaning depending on how you use it in the context. Okay. Let's see. Can I explain the word deliberate? Sure. Well, Alex, there's two ways to pronounce that word. There's deliberate and there's deliberate. Yeah, it's a weird word. So let me check something here. Let me check my dictionary very quickly. So, to deliberate. One moment. Let me check one more thing. Right. So let me get back to my explanation. There are two ways to pronounce the word and two meanings depending on how you pronounce it. So if you say, I did something deliberately, deliberately means with intention or purpose. You meant to do that thing. You deliberately hit your sister means you meant to hit your sister. It was not an accident. Okay? So deliberate is the opposite of accidental. Accidental is something you did not intend to do that. You weren't trying to do that. You accidentally did it. Okay. So to do something deliberate means to do something that you intended to do. You wanted that to happen. Okay. But there's another pronunciation for the word to deliberate. And that one is when we're talking about people coming together to talk about something. Okay. So, if you're in court and there's a jury and the jury is a group of people who will decide what happens to you, they have to talk about it. right? So after they hear all of the evidence, they will get together and talk about it and deliberate. So when they deliberate, it means they're talking about all the evidence and considering what they're going to decide. Okay? So there's deliberate and deliberate. Okay? And then the word debate. To debate means to argue with someone. It's a formal word that means to argue. So it usually means a debate is usually an argument that is meant to be formally academic, right? So when you argue with someone, maybe you're trying to win because it's a personal thing. But when you debate with someone, it's not personal usually. It's just two people who are trying to understand something more deeply. So they talk about it intensely, right? So for example, when you read Plato, if you read anything from Plato, right, like the Republic, in the Republic, they're debating a lot. They argue and they talk about things and they discuss and deliberate and debate. Okay, so discuss means to talk about, deliberate means to talk about and think about, and debate means to talk about and argue until you understand something better or come to a conclusion. Okay? You listen to English podcasts and English songs, and I'll write down everything that I understand. So, English songs. Songs can be fun for learning any language, but you must remember that when you write a song, songs are art. Rules don't apply to art. So when you learn English from a song, the grammar might not be correct. The pronunciation might not be correct. The usage might be figurative or poetic, right? So when you learn English from songs, it can be fun, it can be useful, but it also could be confusing because the rules of English grammar don't apply. They don't need to apply. It's art. Okay? Not academics. All right? So, English podcasts can be very, very good, but you have to listen to people who speak well. So, try going to npr.org. npr.org. That's National Public Radio in America. That's where I listen to a lot of public podcasts, all right? And they're podcasts that are smart. They're podcasts that are about intelligent things and intelligent ideas. And they're podcasts that are usually done by people who speak very well, okay? TED Talks are also very good. TED Talks, TED Talks, right? So try npr.org or TED Talks. How do you pronounce the word sector? Sector. As you said before, whenever you see a new word, you must also see their synonyms and antonyms. So how can I grab a synonym and antonym of that word? Like I said, Rapid, I think if you get that app, get the Thesaurus app. And every time you see a word like debate, type in the word debate into the thesaurus. Okay? Guys, let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. How many of you are using a dictionary to learn vocabulary words? How many of you use a dictionary to learn vocabulary words? Anyone? Dictionaries are not a good way to learn vocabulary. But, a thesaurus is. So, if you get the app dictionary.com, that app is one app that's two. It's two apps together, right? It's dictionary.com and it's also thesaurus.com. So when I look up a new word, I use dictionary.com, but I don't look at the dictionary. I look at the thesaurus because the thesaurus will tell me all of the words that are similar in meaning, and that helps me understand the meaning much, much better. Okay? So don't use a dictionary. Use a thesaurus instead. Okay? Use a thesaurus. So let's try this. One moment. Okay, check it out. So once again, here is dictionary.com, the app dictionary.com, and there's a word on the screen, flapjack. Okay? If you can see that. All right? Now, let's look up a word. So I'm going to look up the word debate. So when I look up the word debate, it first gives me the dictionary definition. It says a discussion as of a public question in an assembly involving opposing viewpoints, or a formal contest in which the affirmative and negative sides of a proposition are advocated by opposing speakers. Do you understand that? Because I'm a native speaker and I barely understand that. But if I go to the thesaurus instead of the dictionary, so the word I'm looking for is debate. Debate, debate, debate. And look at that. There are all the words that are related to the word debate. So the word debate. What is a debate? A debate is an argument. A debate is a contest. A debate is a controversy. A debate is a deliberation. A debate is a match or a dispute. So when I read the thesaurus words, now I start to understand what a debate is much, much, much better. Okay? So you can get dictionary.com or thesaurus.com. They're the same app. It's one app. Okay? And when you look up your words, stop using the dictionary and start using the thesaurus. Okay? Start using the thesaurus. Can I please explain the meaning of these words, vicissitude and xenotransplantation? Okay. All right, Smith. Well, let's do this. Let me show you how good this works. Since I was just explaining about the dictionary and the thesaurus, let's look at vicissitude. Let's see. There it is. Vicissitude. So, what is vicissitude? If you look at the dictionary definition, it will tell you it is a change or variation occurring in the course of something. Okay? It's a change in the state of things. Okay? But if you look at the thesaurus definition, instead, the thesaurus definition will say fluctuation or permutation or shifting, changing, alternation, diversity, mutability. So it means the ability to change. The vicissitude, okay? It's mutability or change. All right, that's what vicissitude is. All right. Now, xenotransplantation. I have never used that word or even heard of that word, but I can tell you what it means. Xeno is the Greek word that means something foreign, right? So xenophobia is fear of foreigners, right? So xenotransplantation would mean to take something that's foreign and move it to another place. Okay? I would assume probably some species, right? Xeno meaning species, to transplant a species from one place to another would be xenotransplantation. Okay? Boring sometimes. Me, I'm boring a lot. Norman says searching about the words in the dictionary is boring sometimes. No, searching about the words in the dictionary is boring all the time, Norman. I don't ever like to use a dictionary to search for words, but I do like to use the thesaurus. It's a lot more effective. So, Norman, stop using the dictionary. Start using the thesaurus instead. Okay? And urbandictionary.com is not a good place to go. I'm sorry, but I would say about 60% of everything on urbandictionary.com is not even real. It's not even true. It's a bunch of stuff that people made up. Okay? So I can go on Urban Dictionary right now, and I can tell you that the word flibberzip. Flibberzip. What is a flibberzip, everyone? Do you guys know the word flibberzip? Do you guys know flibberzip? What's a flibberzip? Anyone know? A flibberzip is absolutely nothing at all. But I can go on Urban Dictionary right now and I can type in the word flibberzip and I can say flibberzip means somebody who wears their right shoe on their left shoe and their left shoe on their right shoe or right foot. That's a flibberzip. So don't go to urbandictionary.com to learn anything. urbandictionary.com is a joke site. I would say at least 60% of what is on there is garbage. Okay, so please don't go there to learn. Okay? Where is the source icon? You can't find it on the app. Well, I'm not sure, Alex. Keep looking, Alex. It's there somewhere. Thesaurus.com. That's what you need right there. Thesaurus.com, okay? Give you my drink. Here you go. You want some coffee? Okay. So listen, everybody. Once again, if you didn't follow me on YouTube yet, make sure you follow me on YouTube because from now on, every live stream that I do on Hello Talk, I will also be on YouTube at the same time. So if you run out of time on Hello Talk, you can follow me on YouTube, and there's no time limit on YouTube. Understand? So follow my YouTube right now. Every live stream I do from now on is going to be on Hello Talk and on YouTube at the same time. And I have no time limit on YouTube. So join my YouTube. Okay? Can you ask me a question? You can. I don't know if I have time to answer it, but you can. I've been online for about 3 hours already, everybody. I need to take a break and go get some lunch. What time did I start this live stream? I started it 3 hours ago. It doesn't feel as personal. Why does it feel different on YouTube? Why is that different? You still are just typing. What's the difference? Aid, I don't have a schedule yet for this new year. I have not decided what my schedule will be for the new year yet. Okay, as soon as I know what my schedule will be, I will post it online. Okay? You are welcome, Rapid. So once again, everybody, please make sure you follow me on Hello Talk and on YouTube. Let's see. How many followers do I have on Hello Talk now? 59,943. So I need 67 more followers to hit 60,000 followers. And again, every time I do a live stream on Hello Talk, I will be on YouTube at the same time. So join my YouTube, and there's no time limit. Okay? It might not feel as personal, but I'll tell you this, though. On Hello Talk from now on, the audio quality is not going to be as good because now my microphone is not going into my phone. My microphone is only going into my computer. So if you join my YouTube, the video quality and the audio quality should be better. Okay? My channel is right here. On Hello Talk, there's a looming threat of being put on the spot, which makes it a bit different. Well, you mean by coming on stage? Because if you're just talking about in the chat, I can put you on the spot in the chat too on YouTube. I will call you out anywhere I see you. So the point is, actually, if you're talking about trying to invite people on the stage, I'm working on that too. I'm going to try to see if I can figure out a way to do that on YouTube. It still feels different. Well, again, I'm working on it. It might be, I might be able to make some changes in the future. So the point is, Hello Talk is unsustainable currently. They don't pay me any money. They don't want to pay me any money. And I don't think that they have a system that's going to continue to work well. So I'm going to do what I'm doing now. I'm going to keep doing my live streams on Hello Talk, but I'll be on YouTube at the same time. Why? Because I think YouTube is better. That's simple. YouTube offers me what I need, and Hello Talk doesn't. And I've tried to get them to do it, but they just don't want to. They don't want to. I'm sorry, Hello Talk, but you don't want to. You want to be a fun little social media app with stickers and fun, stupid little things. And no, I'm not interested in any of that stupid stuff. I want you guys to start being serious and actually focusing on what the followers actually want, which is things to help you learn. Will I stream later today? No, this is going to be it for today. That's my only stream today, just this one. Yeah. So, okay, everybody, I'm going to go have some lunch, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following. And yes, this live stream will be uploaded immediately. That's the other nice thing about when I do these from now on. Every time I'm done, this live stream will be on YouTube right away. So you can watch it again and again and again and again and again right away. Okay? So make sure you follow my YouTube. Okay? All right. Will I be on tomorrow? Maybe, but maybe not. Again, January is going to be a little bit weird for me because I'm still trying to figure out my schedule for this year. I have a lot to do. So be patient. And within the next few weeks, I will figure out my schedule and I'll figure out what's going to be happening for the new year, okay? In the next couple weeks, I should know everything. I hope. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching and following. I will see you guys next time. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, wherever you are. And don't forget to be a language warrior. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next time.